Hi ladies, I told you that I would share with you the difference with the new swivel blades for our custom cutting system. And before I do that demonstration, I just wanted to share with you just a little bit about our custom cutting system, the templates, and how they will arrive. So obviously this one is open, and this is actually one that I've had for more than 20 years. But this is the oval set, and you'll see the 4 different templates here. These have a double track, so they have the inside track and the outside track. They're about 1/4 inch thick or so, maybe just a little bit more than 1/4 inch, and they literally will last forever. You will never need to buy these again unless you run it over with your car or you lose them. So they're a nice quality piece, and mine have lasted forever. One thing that is in here, and I just wanted to show you this a minute. Let me see if I can pull this out and set these aside. But this is a template. This is just a tool for you to use. So if, for example, you had a photograph that you knew that you wanted to crop into an oval, you could just put this over and at a glance say, oh, I'd like to use that size oval. And then you can see here there's 3 different colors. There is the red, the green, and the dark blue. So you would know which one of your 3 cutting blades to use to achieve that size. And we do cut both on the outside track with the blade to get an outside measurement, as well as we use the inside. Even on the smaller pieces, like this one right here, you could use the very center of that and get a very small oval if you wish to. If for some reason, like if you were making Easter egg type of embellishments or something. And the circle templates come like this. You'll have 3 in the set of circles. But these are super versatile. Sometimes I use the circles more, sometimes I use the ovals more. It kind of depends upon what I'm working on. So those are a couple of the sets that we have. And there's also some shapes and different things as well. Now, this is the original cutting blade. Okay, it's about 1 inch in diameter. And this is the new, to me, I don't even know how long they have had these blades. I didn't realize the difference between them until just recently. And then I placed my order for a new blade so that I could just kind of check it out, see what the differences were, and see if it was worth getting new blades. Now, I've had my original blades since they came out, the very first set. I've never had to buy new ones because they've been dull, and I've never, thankfully, lost one. But the new ones do come individual. So if you wanted to just get one and give it a try, you could do that, where originally these came in a set of 3. All right, so you'll notice that the size is the biggest difference. This one is about 1.5 inches, and it's also 6-sided, so it's really nice to be able to grip that on a flat side. Now, originally, we pull the little blade out, we set it down in there, and that's just so that when you're not using it, you can protect that blade and keep it sharp. And you'll notice the 2 guides that fit into the plastic template. Now, with the new one, we have much of the same. We have the little way that we can just flip it around to be able to protect our blade. And this also comes with the 2 prongs, but you'll notice this swivels right here. So instead of you swiveling your hand with the blade itself swivels on this one, okay? This one is also a little thicker, shall we say, a little taller. But essentially they work similarly. They both have the 2 little pieces, the 2 little prongs that will fit into the blade track, and you'll be able to cut with those. So let me just do a demo for you. And before I do that, let me just share one other thing. This is the new cutting mat. Now, the original one, this one's gray. The original one I have is, I believe, 10 inches. So it's about this much smaller, and it's a different color. They both work equally well, but what I do like about this one is the fact that it fits the whole paper and beyond. So when I lay the paper down on here, if I were doing some custom work or drawing a line or whatever it is that I want to do, the markings show all the way around outside of my paper very clearly. And I love that. I've used that so many times. So that's one favorite thing I love about this mat. Quality-wise, it is, you know, both are very quality mats. This one just has a few different features because of the size itself and the markings on this darker cutting mat. Okay, so I'm going to get my circle template and we're just going to give this a try. So we're going to put the two prongs on the outside track and cut around. So if I were wanting to cut, let's say this was a picture I was cutting, and then I wanted to cut a photo mat to go behind it, I would use the next size up blade. Let's say this is a photograph, so then I would take a paper, I would cut a next size up blade, and with the same template and the same grooves, and it would just be slightly larger, so it would make the perfect mat. Okay, now this is the new cartridge that I'm going to give a try. So I'm going to put those little prongs in. Ooh, okay, one thing I noticed is you need a lot less pressure for this. It could be that it's a new blade, it could just be the size of it. My hand is used to the old one, and knowing how that feels. So this feels very different to me, but very nice. Yeah, I really like that. I might have to do a little practicing just to kind of adjust to the new blade, but I really liked that. So the swivel to me is a definite plus, and it is really nice to have a new blade. So originally these did come in the red, then the green, and the blue. The difference being a little more space between here so that your blade is a little further away from the track itself, so you can have the 3 different sizes. I did order my blades in the first 2 sizes right off the bat, so you can see the difference between those. That would make a really nice mat by using the 2 different sizes. But while I have those out, let's try the newest blade, or excuse me, the newest template. And this is literally just a brand new, the jumbo circle pattern. Okay, so this is a nice large template, and it'll come just like this. And again, it has the plastic guide that you can look, and if you have a large photo or a large piece of paper that you want to know exactly what size blade to use, you could use this to lay over top just to get a guideline for that. And let's see if we can't find a piece of paper here to put down with this. Okay, that is really nice and large. I think I will cut on the inside track this time. So let's go ahead and do that. The swivel blade, we're going to get our 2 notches in this inside track, and you can see how I didn't have to turn that at all. It is turning itself. That is quite handy. I really like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so this is our jumbo circle. And we'll just pop that off, and we have the perfect circle. Now, my problem with circles always, I have a really nice like graduated template with all the lines in it so I could do different size circles. It was my cutting that was so awful. I don't do well with scissors. I always end up with a flat side, and just it wasn't a lot of fun. I did love having that template. It was better than nothing, but this is very smooth and very slick. I do love the new blade. So I do highly recommend giving this red blade a try if you If you just want one size, I would go with the red. That's the one that I use the most. But it does come with the red, the green, and then the blue, which I don't have yet. These are sold individually. The sets are sold for the templates. You can get the circles, you can get the ovals, there are some shapes, and then there is the brand new jumbo circle that you can use. And I think these are just fantastic. So if you haven't used the custom cutting system, it is highly recommended. And if you have this and give it a try with the new blades, I would love to know what you think, especially if you have an opinion between the old blade and the new blade. These are, I would say, more ergonomic. They're easier on my hands. If you have trouble gripping, this would be a much better option. And it's just really, really smooth. So I'm giving the new blades an A+. And of course, I love the jumbo circle, so that is a must for me as well. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed the little demo. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them and happy to serve you in any way possible. Thanks so much. Talk soon.